Stop. See what the allergies are doing to my eyes now.
Do you do anything for your nose? Do anything for your nose too, or just pills? Do a nose thing too, like that Flonase. Right over the counter, yeah. Because then that hits it as it goes into your nose, and then that's what my allergist told me to do.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your patience.
You ready? Okay. Guys, all set?
Yeah.
All right. I'd like to call the Common Council Workshop to order on September 15th, 2020. Clerk call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Here.
Councilmember Bamanto?
He's excused.
Councilmember Stoyl?
He's excused.
Councilmember Nichols?
Here.
Councilmember at-large Vandenboer?
Here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, liberty and justice for all. I'd like to also mention that Chief Ortolano is excused for tonight's meeting. In his place, we have Lieutenant Pokulski. Thanks, Mike, for coming. Skipping certification of priors, we'll go to communication of the mayor, including disapproval messages. Okay. Moving on to communication of the public and petitions.
Number 1, letter from Peggy and Santu Rao of the Dunkirk Motel expressing appreciation to the Dunkirk Police Department for their great job the officers are doing in keeping the neighborhood safe and to support their endeavors for justice.
We'll receive and file that.
Number 2, prior written notice from Tom Muldowney regarding a dangerous tree dropping branches in the right-of-way in front of his house at 49 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Any discussion, council? I need to refer to City Department of Public Works Director, Mr. Woodbury,
So move.
by Williams,
Second.
by... I got you, Nance. Just writing stuff down. All right.
It's only 2 of us here. How can you mess up?
Trying to walk and chew gum at the same time sometimes, you know. It's tough for me. All right, moving on to reports of standing committees, boards, and commissions. Don?
Nothing for the workshop.
Nance?
Workshop.
I have nothing also. Unfinished business, do we have anything, Edwin?
I don't believe so, sir.
Okay. Pre-filed resolutions.
Number 91, resolution for intro number 8 to local law number 8-2020, City of Dunkirk, a local law to amend City Code Chapter 76, Section 70.
Any discussion, council?
I'll just add at the meeting also that I think this just cleans up, as the Citizens Advisory Committee was recommending that we do to clean up some of the language in the charter. So I believe this local law does that.
Okay. Thank you. 92.
92, resolution for intro number 9 to local law number 9-2020, City of Dunkirk, a local law to amend City Code Chapter 51, permits.
Any discussion, council?
Similar, except this wasn't from the Citizens Advisory. This was communication from Mr. Pinkuski after that long discussion that we had in the council meeting a couple weeks ago. We put the resolution together, and it's here, so that spells everything out. And I do believe for the local laws, we got to table both of them for a public hearing.
Number 93,
Yep.
resolution authorizing anti-speculation agreement for 83 West Doty Street if when sold.
Any discussion, council? Rebecca, do you want to mention anything at the regular meeting on this at all?
No, it's just pretty much an operating procedure that we do with HUD. If the property has been funded with some HUD funds, then if sold, it has to be sold to a low to moderate income person where it can be held for 15 years.
Yeah, so it's pretty much self-explanatory on the resolution, right? Richard? Good? Okay. I'm good with it. Anything under new business? Seeing none, I need a motion to adjourn.
So move.
by Williams,
Second.
by Nichols.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Vandenboer?
Aye, carried. Meeting of the workshop is adjourned.
I might cross a couple things off my list.
Sure, we'll just do it.
We're at 529, actually.
Where they change house, is that what it's
I'd like to call an order the Common Council regular meeting to order on September 15th of 2020 at 5:30 PM. Clerk, call the roll.
Councilmember Williams?
Here.
Councilmember Bamanto?
He is excused.
Councilmember Stoyl?
He is excused.
Councilmember Nichols?
Here.
Councilmember at-large Vandenhoover.
I'm here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Certification of prior meetings.
This is to certify that an official copy of the minutes of the Common Council meeting of Monday, August 31st, 2020 was presented to the mayor on Wednesday, September 9, 2020 pursuant to Section 3.03 of the Dunkirk City Code Charter. All items presented to the mayor are now in full force and effect. In witness whereof I have hereto set my hand and the seal of the city of Dunkirk this 15th day of September 2020.
Need a motion to dispense and reading of the minutes
So move.
by Williams,
Second.
by Nichols.
Councilmember Williams?
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols?
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Vandenhoover.
Aye, carried. Reading of privilege of the floor regulations.
I have two comments that were made. Public comment, the Dunkirk Citizens Advisory Committee is concerned about the silencing of public comments at the past meeting. There was no adequate justification provided for the decision by the council not to hear comments by city residents and voters. The CAC had meetings in August and September. These meetings have been published in the city calendar, and members of the Common Council have been received invitations to these meetings. We are disappointed by the lack of communication by the council and not replying to these invitations. The CAC again encourages the Common Council to establish a charter revision commission. The last revision commission occurred 43 years ago. The world has changed quite a bit in that time. The city should have as many residents as possible to participate in updating the charter to ensure that it meets both the needs of the city and ensures that the charter is balanced for the whole city. Members of the CAC have noticed an increasing number of fire pits in the city. We are curious what the laws are regarding the use of fire pits. Do the laws apply only to built-in fire pits, or do they apply to above-ground and portable fire pits devices as well? Thank you, Paul Sommerfeld, Chairman, Dunkirk Citizens Advisory Committee. Second one is from Mallory Wachinski. Think it would make all of our hearts happy if all of Chautauqua County could come together as a community. It is vital for our neighbors to stay strong. It would be great if everyone could light a candle or a porch light. All Mal asks that you don't post pictures of your kids on Facebook. Mal also created this event herself. I'm helping her spread the word. The date is September 6th at 8 p.m. It so helps It's to help support cancer awareness. Thank you, everyone, in advance. I appreciate each and every one of you from Mallory.
Edwin, was that September 6th or September 26th?
Say that again.
September
6th or 26th?
It's 26.
Okay, thanks.
That's all you got?
That's all I got.
All right, thanks. Moving on to communications from the mayor, including disapproval messages. Mayor?
Mr. Chairman, I just have two quick announcements and then just a comment. The first was the Lakeshore Drive Complete Street Public Presentation. The city's Planning and Development Department, in partnership with our consultants, Erdman Anthony, will be holding a public presentation in regards to the Lakeshore Drive Complete Streets project on Thursday, October 1st at 5:30 p.m. at the James Murphy Firemen's Training Ground facility located at 665 Brigham Road in Dunkirk. We ask that all attending the meeting practice safe social distancing and wear a mask. Those that wish to attend the meeting virtually will be able to access the meeting through a Zoom link, which will be posted in the paper and on the city's website shortly. I hope to see a large turnout and look forward to hearing the project's updates. This is another multi-million-dollar project in the city that we receive funding for from our governor, and we're very excited about this project. I also wanted to let the council members know that yesterday we did meet with the college president, the new college president, Dr. Stephen Collison, also the county executive, Mayor Essica Fredonia. We were all there to meet. We were updated on measures that they're taking at the college regarding the COVID-19 and the issues they're dealing with there. We are all working together with the county health department involved. I just wanted to let the council know that they are really monitoring all the students, and especially those coming in from out of state. If they come from one of the states on the list that the governor has, they are monitoring that they will be self-quarantining. So that's important to let the public know that these are some of the things that the college is doing. I commend their efforts. This hasn't been an easy time for them, but they have a pretty good program in place, and we just wanted the public to know that. And then also, I just wanted to request from this council to put out a statement, at least under discussion on our Halloween trick-or-treating. The governor has stated that he is not banning trick-or-treating. However, I've spoken with other mayors in the region, and some of them are restricting these trick-or-treating activities. So usually the council puts out the hours for trick-or-treating. I don't know if the council is going to have or allow trick-or-treating this year, but I've been receiving calls already, so I just wanted to let you know that it's probably time to have that discussion. And that's all I have.
Yeah, thank you, Mayor. Yeah, I think that if we get together and maybe set some times up for that or whatever we want to do with that, we can come up with a discussion, have it ready for next common council meeting. Thank you. Communications from public and petitions.
Number one, letter from Peggy and Santu Rao of the Dunkirk Motel expressing appreciation to the Dunkirk Police Department for their great job the officers are doing in keeping the neighborhood safe and to support their endeavors for justice.
Receive and file.
Number two, prior written notice from Tom Muldowney regarding a dangerous tree dropping branches in the right-of-way in front of his house at 49 Pennsylvania Avenue.
Any discussion, council? Seeing none, I need a motion to refer to Department of Public Works Director Andrew Woodbury.
So move.
By Williams.
Second.
By Nichols.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Vandenboer.
Aye, carried. Report sustaining committees, boards, and commissions. Councilman Williams.
Can we get an update for the personnel that are in the streets now? I believe a few of them moved out and went to parks or water maintenance or wherever else. How many do we have in streets? How many do we still need? Anybody? You gotta talk at the mic. Yeah.
seasonal employees that we still have working. We have
No, I mean in the full-time, because we had,
full-time.
we had however many we had before we added some to parks and water
In
maintenance.
each department.
Yeah, so how many are we at, and do we still have other positions we need to fill in
Total
streets?
Full-time employees is 146. I'll give you a count on that, a detailed count on the number that we have in each department. Okay, I'll send that to you.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Yep, Mayor.
I think your question was how many positions are open in the streets, is that correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay, I believe that we have filled all the open positions in the streets department. Is that correct?
We have one retirement that may create an opening.
Okay.
We have a retirement coming that may create an opening, but I believe all of the positions that were open have been filled.
Okay, and then you might as well stay there then. Or you or Randy, so when it comes time for winter, which is, sorry to say, right around the corner, but the employees in parks, the employees in water maintenance, and the employees in streets, they're all part of the plowing mix?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I just want to make sure that we have several people ready, and I'm sure a lot of them have to get trained, some of the new ones, so. All right, thanks. Randy, the clearing of the brush and everything up on Main Street, we've gotten a lot of calls and compliments. I don't know if we did that or if it was contracted out or if it was the town that did that, but like I said, I've received a lot of a lot of compliments about it, and I was talking to Councilwoman Nichols earlier, and she said she received some compliments about it, so that'd be nice to do all the way down to that pump station if we could.
Yes. The work that was done there was contracted by National Grid to clear underneath their high-voltage power lines. I insisted that they clear all the way between Main Street and Central Avenue because we've had some activity there. This was a request that came to the police department, the fire department, and the mayor's office regarding some incidents there that we think this will take care of. So it was an independent contractor, and while the contractor was there, they offered at a very good price to avoid mobilization charges to do underneath the thruway bridge and things like that with equipment that we currently don't have. Mr. Sislevich and I are looking at trying to improve the Parks Division equipment. The tractor that we have that Mr. Zatorsky did a very good job to preliminarily clear that. Just wouldn't reach in like that. And the tractor is about worn out, and mechanic Schratz has said it's time to trade that in and get something new. So we're in the process of doing that. Meanwhile, we're behind on doing brush like that at the end of Cedar Street for Mr. McCoyak. I've informed him of that. We had a kind of a interesting conversation to begin with, but we wound up being very friendly on Friday. Wished each other a good weekend, and I told them we'd get there when we get the new equipment and do that kind of job. I think that type of work is what we want to be able to do, and I totally agree. It's so visibility's better, and I would like to thank the police department, the fire department, and everybody working together to recognize that was an issue and get that done. And if I can keep them moving all the way to the pump station, I'm all for it.
Good, thank you. Yeah, I didn't even know there was a pond back there.
It's huge.
Yeah, it is. Couldn't see it before. Then just a couple announcements. September 25th, council will be on WDOE Viewpoints. 8:45, I believe that starts. And on October 1st, we are going to have a DPW committee meeting, and we're going to have special guests from the Chautauqua County Department of Solid Waste Division, and we're going to be discussing different things that we could do for recycling. So it's open to the public, social distancing, of course, during the meeting, and thank you. That's all I have.
All right, thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Nichols?
Yes, Mayor. I've had a lot of residents making the inquiry as to if Phoenix is ready, up and functioning, ready to open, and if they are finished with the hiring process, or if it's not begun yet. And if so, how many of our local residents do you know were hired to work there? And if you don't know, could you find out for us?
I don't know. I will try to find out. Phoenix is not open as of yet. They were way ahead of target before the COVID hit. I don't know exactly where they're at now, but I can look into it and see if I can find some information for you.
Okay, don't leave yet. And I just want to know if I, as speaking for many, if all the City Hall employees are back to work, those that were on the work-to-home basis?
No, not all of them. Some of them are still working from home. We bring them in as needed. We are still under the 50% rule of non-essential people. Some municipalities have deemed certain individual staff members as essential, and we've done that as well, but not all of them.
Do you know when the end will be near, so that City Hall is operating at full steam ahead?
No, I
know.
don't.
You don't have a crystal ball?
No.
Thank you. Randy, we've got to address the issue on cardboard boxes on Lucas Avenue in those recycle bins, please.
Yes. The recycling issue is a new challenge, and we are addressing a lot of those things. I'd like to commend the DPW's operations assistant, Pam Beeger, for looking at the changes. One company went defunct that we were recycling with, and which merged into Buffalo Recycling. We think we can go back to the zero sort. That's the most convenient for people. But zero sort doesn't mean that we should have unsorted material at Lucas Avenue. I think we should sort it there. And I'd like to commend Councilwoman Nichols for actually doing some of that manual sorting herself. She goes there and makes sure the cardboard is where the cardboard should be and the plastic where the plastic should be. And she's also at about 12 other places all at the same time. So this is a person to, if I get all my workers to work like that, we would be moving very fast in the city of Dunkirk. So thank you for pointing that out, and we will try to keep up to speed with you.
Okay, now the next one is all those large bulk items that are placed at the curb before it is bulk item pickup days.
Yep.
What can we do about that?
Councilman Vandenhoever and I handled that, one of those. We had the police involved with Sergeant Teachin. I'd like to thank him for helping me out in that particular situation, and we took care of it. We, person took everything and went to the clerk's office and did the right thing. We have a bulk item program. We pay a small amount, and we will pick that up on a scheduled day. No other day, but just a scheduled day. And if you're going to the clerk's office, you can find out what that day is or read it on your calendar and pay the amount, and we'll pick it up and dispose of it. And then the fee cost covers our tipping fee at the transfer station to do that. Things should not be put out early. The councilwoman's pointed out an item for me to take a look at, like the one Councilman Vandenhoever and I pointed out to me that we took care of. And I'm going to take care of that one personally myself this evening, and it may get a ticket on the door. If it's in the wrong place at the wrong time, we have hang tags that tell them what they have to do.
Okay, now the last one is, well, second to the last. Items placed at the street and marked free. And I don't know if you can handle that one or if Glenn can.
There is nothing in the codes and regulations that distinguishes free items from trash items. So just
So if
putting
they're big, they could also be classified and be given a ticket for being put out
a
there.
door hanger, and yes.
Okay, I just wanted to clarify that because someone said that there was a grace period that they would have like 3 or 4 days to leave something out there if they didn't want it and mark it free, and hopefully someone will snatch it up and take it home. That is, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
There is
Well,
no such
after a
such
week and a half
exception.
of looking at the same thing, it gets old. It's just like large litter. Thank you for clarifying that. Lastly, Randy, I'd just like you to remind residents that this is a last brush collection.
Yes, ma'am. It's the last at curbside brush collection, so if, the first ward's already done. So we are now in the second ward, and then we'll go to the third and the fourth. And then there will be no more curbside pickup this year. But the the brush pile, we're trying to keep that down. It's a lot lower than it has been in the past. We're keeping the compost pile down. We're taking the material as we get it up to the place where it gets tub grinded. We've negotiated a very good price there, and we're going to continue to keep that Lucas Avenue brush pile in operation until Thanksgiving. We're going to hibernate the brush pile between Thanksgiving and Easter. Those are dates that are easy to remember. So people, if you still got time to get your stuff to the curb and it's in the calendar, we won't come back. You got to get it out there at the beginning of the week for your calendar week. If you can't do that and you're a city resident and city resident only, you can bring it to Lucas Avenue 9 to 2 on weekday, or 9 to 5 on Saturday. And then we're going to be shutting that down, and the people that have been monitoring that have proven to be necessary to keep that organized. They also keep it watered, and so that's where we have for brush, and we still have plans to improve that. We're working with a regional. I go to the Chadwick Bay meeting with the mayor every month, go to the North County Water District meeting the Highway Association meeting is attended by street supervisor and engineer. I try to go when I can. But the first two meetings I mentioned are we're trying to do something regionally on brush. We're going to see how that works out. But we're not going to do a disservice to the residents of the city. I think having the monitor and having the hours that we've had has worked out pretty well. Can we do better? We're going to keep studying that and do better. So
Now, the only exception on the street side pickup would be when the residents are getting rid of their discarded Christmas trees.
exactly, we'll take care of that, and it's in the calendar.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
And any possible storms, I'm sure.
Yes, yes, any possible windstorms will be an exception.
Right. We'll handle windstorms, and also it says on the calendar, the leaves will be picked up when the leaves fall. And we're not able to predict when that's going to happen. It's always a week or 2 or 3, difference. So it says when conditions appear, we will respond. So we don't mix brush with leaves. So let's get the brush season out of the way, and when leaf season comes, it'll be just leaves only. Thank you.
I'm done.
Good. Okay, thanks.
It's you.
Thank you. All right, I did have some things I wanted to bring up tonight, but I did get a hold of department heads. Thank you for getting all my things done this week. I appreciate it. One other thing is that I'm gonna get a hold of the mayor and Richard and the council and the respectful department heads and see if I can schedule a personnel meeting. So see what the date is, and I'll send out a couple of dates, see what's good for you guys. And then we can discuss some things that were brought up tonight. Okay, thanks. That's all I have. Okay, going to unfinished business, seeing none, go to pre-filed resolutions.
Number 91, resolution for intro number 8 to local law number 8, 2020, City of Dunkirk, a local law to amend city code, chapter 76, section 70.
Any discussion, council? Councilman Williams?
I make a motion to table this and schedule a public hearing for October 6th meeting at 5:20 PM.
I second it.
Clerk call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Vandenboer.
Aye, carried.
Number 92, resolution for intro number 9 to local law number 9-2020, City of Dunkirk, a local law to amend city code, chapter 51, permits.
Any discussion, council? Councilman Williams?
Make a motion to table this and schedule a public hearing for October 6th at 5:25 PM.
I second it.
By Nichols?
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Vandenboer.
Aye, carried.
Number 93, resolution authorizing anti-speculation agreement for 83 West Doty Street, if when sold.
Any discussion, council? Clerk call the roll.
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Vandenboer.
Aye, carried. New business? Seeing none, need a motion to adjourn.
So move.
By
Second.
Williams?
Councilmember Williams.
Aye.
Councilmember Nichols.
Aye.
Councilmember at-large Vandenboer.
Carried. Common council is adjourned. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you.
Now we know who makes the meetings last so long, right?
All right.